Hello everyone, and welcome to Nick's room. This is not a custom showcase, this is not Nick's Customs. This is another studio tour. It's gonna be a bit different than my last one. That's why I'm doing a studio tour, is because things have changed. So if we just head on inside, yeah, things look pretty different. There is hardwood floor, the walls have paint on them. There is an air conditioner, there is heat and air in this room. I did not have that before. I'm very excited about that. So what's the deal? Well, after many years of trying to make this happen, well, I don't know, like 3 or 4. After several years of trying to make this happen, my partner and I finally have our own place, and we're so thrilled about it. And of course, new place came with a new train room. Now, as you can see, it's a bit smaller than the room I used to have. This is basically just the filming room. My computer and desk and my 3D printers and other stuff, they are not in here. Those are in a separate shared office space across the hall. So this is just trains and just filming. I would like to have some more stuff hanging up on the walls, some more decorations, just more Thomasy stuff. But at the end of the day, my main goal is just, this is like a utility room, get in, film, do what I need to do, and then go edit. So just everything is, that's what the purpose of the room is. So yeah, I mean, let's get started. So here we are now facing the door where I just came in. Above that is the vent. And so first we're going to start with the closet, because I did not have a closet before. I had 2 little indents in the wall, 2 little nooks where I stored stuff. Well, I used one of them. The other one was reserved for other family members. But now I have a closet. So down here is my toolbox with all of my tools and paints and sandpaper, everything that I need for model making. This right here I made a few months ago. It's just a piece of foam with some old clay truck prints glued together and taped down. This is like a little stand that when I have my prints, I can just stick them on here, well, with new tape, and then I can spray paint around them. We got a Thomas suitcase that has a bunch of VHSs and books and DVDs in it, and then there's another Thomas travel bag with nothing in it. Back here we have these wooden boards and some cardboard, this big ruler, and some other stuff like the water for the water mill, just some other big pieces. Those wooden boards are probably going to go at some point. I've used them for years as retaining walls, and then I've painted like some water on the back. But I'm probably going to swap them out for 3D printed walls, because from what I've seen, those look really cool. So those boards, their days are numbered. Speaking of boards, I got some boards right here. I cut these up and sanded them down to have some shelves, because there were not shelves in this closet when we came. Here are all the blankets and shirts that I use for filming, different terrain and stuff. We've got pieces of the smelter's yard here, and then Henry's tunnel, some netting. Got a big piece of cling wrap right there, if we can focus. The light is very bright up here. Got my Clean My Bricks vacuum kit for dusting. This is the original one. It doesn't work that well, so hopefully the second version is better if I get one of those. Up there in that box, I'm just gonna back out of the closet a little bit. Let's make this a little dimmer, shall we? Let me see if I could just... Okay, that's better. That is a box of spare parts for customs. I used to have all my different spare parts in different categories and organized and stuff. Now they're just in there, which is fine. I mean, I only need to get in there when I'm making stuff, so I can go in, dump it all out, get what I need, and go from there. Up there is a Thomas whiteboard, which needs cleaned off really bad. So there are story collection boxes, and above them, you can't really see it, but it's the Thomas Engine gift pack box, and then a Trackmaster set up there, because I don't know where else to put it. So we can turn the light off, and all this stuff. Oh, whoops. Down here, I forgot. There is my light kit. Oh, and now it's too dark. There's my light kit and my tripod bags. So we turn this off, and we close it, and we're done. Over here is the corner of shame, as I called it the last time I had to film this. This is just all the stuff I don't use very often. These big things that probably won't stay around forever, but they're here for now. Let's see, let's just go in order. We have the skyboards over here. These actually get used all the time, obviously. Then we have these jars. Can I make this a little brighter? Okay, we got these jars. We've got, one is empty. This one here is empty. This just has some Hot Wheels in it, and that has some Lego stuff I need to sort out. Then we have the smelter's yard. We have some platforms from King's Cross, another smelter's piece. The Steamworks and the Marin Station platforms. Then this box of trees. I have to give that box back at some point. Then that bag right there has hay, just like a little mini bale of hay in there, which I've used in a couple videos. That blue tote has a bunch of Taken Place stuff. Then that box there is the oil rig, the Cars 2 wooden oil rig that I've used in some videos. Then back there, that box has all of my snow. That box is the desalination plant where Brad works, but it's also just a box that I stuff in when I don't need to use it. Down here are all my destinations, a bunch of buildings and stuff, and then on the bottom are more boxes. Half the boxes just have engines in them because I don't have that big blue shelf that I used to have. They're all in boxes for now. But we've got a bunch of destinations back here, some custom buildings and stuff. Everything on this back wall is stuff that I don't use very often, which is why it's in the back. If I can focus. That's why it's in the back. So we've got all this big stuff that I would have to move out of the way, which would be a bit of a pain, but you know, if I don't need to use this stuff every time, it's not a huge deal to me. You know, as long as I can get back there, then it's a-okay. Coming along the front side, for the first time ever, I'm putting my camera bag actually on the shelf right here. This is the bag for my old camera. The one that I'm using now, the bag for it is inside, and a bunch of other accessories. Got my fog machine. This is a new fog machine. I got this for Christmas because the old one finally just gave out and quit working. Which, I mean, I got it in like 2013 for Christmas. I broke it the next year, and I've just been using a broken machine ever since, and it finally gave out. So, you know, it served its purpose. But now I've got a bigger and stronger one. Actually, it's not bigger, it just is, you know, it's stronger, it works better. Got the ballast and the lichen, my sand mat right here. And of course on top is the grass mat. The lighting in here is bad. Maybe I should have like properly lit this. Anyways, we've got the grass mat. It has taken a beating over the years. Like you can see all the scuff marks and the, right here, I set a drink down one time. There's so much damage done to it. I was hoping I'd be able to use this until the end of Season 1 Remastered and then replace it, but honestly it's probably going to have to get replaced prior to that because it's just in rough shape. So I'll use it as long as I can, but that's probably not going to be that much longer. Down below, again, just boxes with some old Thomas buildings, some model railroad buildings, you know, lighter stuff, and some more engines. Down here is the old sawmill that's broken. I don't know what to do with it. Some more bridges, and then in all these boxes are my accessories for building sets. So just like rocks, as in real rocks I've picked up off the ground. Thomas and Railway cargo pieces and trees and stuff. Some Lego stuff, like commonly used things, like little benches and things that I use, you know, crates, trash cans. A bunch of little accessories like that all go in those boxes. They were in a toy organizer that I was using, and for now they'll probably just stay in those boxes because it's, you know, it's very convenient just to put them there. Up here are some very commonly used items for sets. We got the Melville Mountain, some hills, some sheds, coal loader, water tower, cranes, windmills, then some 3D printed stuff that's not done, and other custom stuff. And my trees, I chipped this the other day. I'm kind of bummed out about that actually. Tunnels from entertainment, and then down there is kind of just some empty space because I'm probably gonna make a lot more stuff. And then we got some custom bridges over here. Over here is my character card binder. Oh, the lens cap also. I need to get a new one of these because the pockets are, one hand, pockets are way too big. Like, you could see Emily is just kind of floating around here, especially her card. I think it's the ones on the bottom 2 rows. They like get so loose and slide around all the time, and sometimes they fall out, and it's not good, especially if I pick this up and I'm already dropping stuff. Especially if I pick up the binder and take it. Yeah, I don't want anything falling out, so I'll have to get a new one with smaller slots. Over here is my Lego organizer. I need to redo this because there are some of these drawers are getting pretty full, so I need to figure out a better system. Got some sandwich bags up there for my prints. I have so many sandwich bags right now, so I'm just keeping a bag of them in here. Then these are just some Lego pieces that need sorted. Down here is another organizer. This one was from my grandpa. I used to put my prints in here, just the bottom pieces, and then like I'd put chassis down at the bottom. Now it has a bunch of Lego Technic pieces, like Bionicle stuff. Shout out to Henry's Helpful Studios for getting me on a massive Bionicle kick. Probably hadn't thought about Bionicle in a couple months before that, and now I have just reading the books like every day, so cool. Magic the Gathering box. I've never played this game ever. Actually, maybe one time, but an old friend gave me this box and I was like, cool. I put some pens, markers, pencils in here, just to put them in here for now. Well, I'll keep them in here, just to put them in here so I don't have to walk 5 feet away to grab the pencils and stuff when I need them. We've got Mrs. Cow, because I wasn't allowed to get rid of her. And then this little sticky note here, this is for the Railway Series purists. This is for the members, the enjoyers of that authentic train culture that Mattel is serving up. This is a little reminder that I use to tell me which way the trains on British railways are supposed to go, so I don't have any wrong roading. I kind of just put it to memory now that it's like the opposite of driving a car in America. Like the side of the road that I drive on, if it's a train, if it's a train in Britain, it's the opposite. So yeah, that. But you know, now you know the lengths that I go to. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot the rest of this at auto. I probably should have started with that, but we'll see how this goes. Anyways, down here are some more drawers. And I'm now realizing that these need to be organized. So in the top drawer is just some junk, scrap prints I need to repurpose and inspect, some filament. This middle drawer is the actual good drawer. Those are all my prints that I sell. That's just the inventory right there. And then the bottom drawer is just some filament. In these drawers we've got some other stuff. Oh, this is just all engines. Those are all engines. That's my 3D printer log, that binder right there. And then I've got some track here, track there, track everywhere, and then more engines in these drawers here. Down here is the hill backdrop I made a few years ago. And over here are a plethora of custom structures, boats, other stuff. You've seen these in videos before probably. So I'm just keeping them over here for now. And yeah, they fit nicely. Probably we'll find a better solution for some of them at some point, but for now, they're gonna stay right there. Way up the top here is the Vickerstown Bridge. We've got Thomas the Bank engine, that's a bank, and then this British Railways tin that someone gave me a long time ago, old friend, and then this is Diesel in a case that says 089 because my original 0 went in here, but now Diesel's in here. Diesel's been in here for at least 5 years now. This is my original Diesel. This was the first engine I ever got for Wooden Railway from my grandmother, and he's pretty special, so he needs to be protected at all costs. Probably shouldn't have him so high up, but I mean that's what the protective case is there for. So yeah, I thought you were an auto camera. I just had to hit the focus button. Over here is the Thomas Wooden Railway sign. I have had this since I was a kid. I used to have it in my bedroom until I got a little older. I took it down, and then I just put it with the rest of the train stuff, and it's just been laying in the corner for like 10, 15 years. So now it's finally hanging up, and it's not gonna stay. It's gonna get moved. This is not the permanent home of this sign. But for now, this is where it will stay. Above these drawers are the train racks. Epic! I almost stopped recording just now. These are the train racks. They're made by a guy on Etsy whose name escapes me, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty handy. They remind me of my prints in the way that they are done with machine and tools starting out, and then they're finished by hand. Well, I mean, I use a tool, but like it's by hand. So like not every single shelf is perfect. I have to remember like what order to put these in because they slot together on the walls when you hang them up. Although they don't slot together perfectly, like there's a gap between this one. That's just what you get when you get handmade stuff. So it is what it is, and they do their jobs well. I like putting my customs on there. I kind of liked having my customs separate from the official Thomas stuff, although they will get mixed in eventually. Not these specifically, but you know, other ones. We got some pretty cool stuff here. A lot of stuff here will be shown in the 2025 customs collection whenever that's done. Got lots of stuff. Some you may recognize, some not. Some old, some new. All made by me. Now, there are 3 of them here. I'd like to get a 4th one. And then, when there's 4, these 2 will be the 2 in the middle. And I will take the Thomas sign and I'll put it above them right here on that wall. And it'll look pretty cool. So, what's gonna go over here then? Why am I moving the sign? Because I'm going to get a new shelf. I'm gonna get an IKEA shelf, a custom design one. Well, I mean, it's custom, you can customize it. I wouldn't say it's custom. The same shelves that Kikure Thomas and Railway uses for his stuff. Except mine will be better than his, of course. You know, I gotta take it to the next level. I'm gonna get glass doors on mine that will keep out the dust and the germs. I will never have to dust my trains ever again. That'll be really cool. And when people come over and they're like, oh wow, you have so many trains. You know, coughing, sneezing, burping, farting, none of that is gonna get on them because they'll be nice and safe behind the glass doors. And the shelf that I'm getting will hold over twice as many engines as the blue shelf that I used to have. So that will be very helpful because, you know, that shelf I had, it was given to me as a present for Christmas when I was a kid, you know, when I didn't have that many trains and it was expected that I would grow out of them. Well, that didn't happen, and now I have like 5 times as many, and I keep buying and making more all the time, so I just need a better storage solution. That's gonna go in that corner actually, not like right where the sign is. I need to push it over so I can still walk in here. And then these drawers, half of them are gonna be emptied out because the trains won't be in them, so I'm gonna have to find new purposes for them. But that is a problem for another day. Unfortunately, the shelf's not here right now because I just don't have the money. I've been buying a billion other things. So, yeah, it will get here though. But for all intents and purposes, the train room is finished and it is fully operational. So I can get started filming stuff again. So that's the studio tour. It's not done. It's done for now. It's functional, I can use it, but you know, the shelf's not here, so it's not done. And I guess it never truly will be done, because I'll always be making new stuff, bringing it in, and probably finding other stuff to hang up on the walls. But for now, it's done. It's ready to go. And it's not gonna go. I'm not gonna be filming anything, except maybe reshoots or little insert shots if I need them for episode 2 and custom showcase, the 2 big projects. Those need editing, so I'm gonna be across the hall editing at my computer instead of filming stuff. But once those are done, then yeah, it's go time. It's time to film. My energy levels have been all over the place this year in terms of, you know, just filming videos and making Thomas stuff in general. Part of it's been this move. It takes a lot out of you, but other stuff's happened. And just in general, you know, I had to take a break from Thomas. Because when I think about Thomas, when I think about that blue train, I don't think about a story or a book or a show or people really passionate about trains and stuff. I think about people fighting on the internet about stupid drama that doesn't mean anything. It's just Twitter. I think about Twitter, and Twitter is a nightmare a lot of the time. You know, it's not entirely the fault of Thomas fans, of us. A lot of it is just the way the website is run in general. You see a bunch of stuff every day that has nothing to do with Thomas, nothing to do with anything, and it's awful. But, you know, I think about people fighting, and at the end of the day, that's not what we're all about. When you take Twitter away, because it kind of, you know, it clouds your vision, it muddies the waters, and it brings out the worst in people sometimes. It brings out a really cynical side. It does it to me, it does it to other people. When you take that away, when you like get back to your roots, get back to the core, you know, remember what you're fighting for, remember what you're doing, you feel good again. It like, I feel renewed. You know, I've been watching some fan videos. I finished reading Sodor, Reading Between the Lines today. What else have I done? Oh, Wonders of Sodor, that's the main one, been playing that a lot. And then last night we watched Unlikely Fandom, and I feel renewed, like I'm ready to go again. So, you know, we just, you know, telling stories and playing trains and making stuff, and that's really what we're all about. That's all I gotta say for now, so I'm gonna get back to work. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.